Hey guys, what's up? Red Raven. Gonna show you how to make a bass to go with that drum pattern we made last video. Um, so first thing first, open up 3XOSC. Now I've already made the bass and the pattern and everything for it to save time, so I'm gonna show you how I did that. Um, First off, let me show you how 3XOSC works. You have oscillators 1, 2, and 3, which is why it's called 3XOSC. You have your wave patterns, you have stereo phase offset, stereo detune for all three of them. You have pan, which is here, coarse tuning, fine tuning for all three of them, and then oscillators 2 and 3 have a volume knob. So what I've done is I've turned the volume down on oscillators 2 and 3, changed oscillator 1 to a square, turned the coarse tuning to -12, which is a full octave down, and changed the root note to C6. So we have this sound. Pretty simple. So I'm going to turn up the volume on oscillator 2 and 3 now. Now I have all of them set to -12 for the coarse tuning. So that way when you detune oscillators 2 and 3, it'll sound better. I don't know, it's hard to explain. So for fine tuning, you just tweak this one to the left a little bit, this one to the right a little bit. I don't really pay attention to the numbers. Then I turned stereo detune on oscillator 2 to the left a little bit, stereo detune on oscillator 3 to the right a little bit, and we now have this sound. So you can hear it's a fatter sound. Sounds more like what you're used to hearing from like bigger synths and whatnot. So now we need to get it wobbling, So we're gonna go to Instrument Properties, go to the Cut tab, okay, and turn the attack all the way down, the amount all the way up, and the speed you can set to whatever you want. To get it in sync with your beat, right click on it, go to Set, and you have a few options here. You got 1 step, 2 step, 3 steps, 4 steps, 8 steps, 16 steps, 32 steps, 64, and 128 steps. I chose 2 steps. Be sure to click tempo bass time because it does make a difference. With it off, it'll sound like this. It doesn't sound wrong, but when you put it with the beat, it'll be off sync. You click it now, you can hear how it sounds different now. It's a bit faster. To tweak that sound, what you can do is you can mess with the filter over here. So if I hold the note down and mess with it, you'll hear how it sounds. Now, the easiest way to think about this is wherever this line is pointing, is where the LFO will center around. My graphics look a little bit different than yours, most likely, because I have my my Fruity Loops themed. So it'll look a little bit different for you, but the layout will be the same. Just the graphics will be different. Now what I'm doing now is I'm turning up the resonance. So we have some of the high pitch sounds coming through. You hear how that sounds. So we have a pretty good starting sound here. So what I'm going to do now is let me mute my drums real quick. Now in the mixer, you can mute things by clicking on a channel and clicking S, and it will solo out the track that you have selected. I'm not going to do that right now because it'll mess up my recording. But this is what the bass sounds like by itself right now. So it's nothing great, but it's not the worst sound in the world. So I'm going to turn on Fruity Fast Distortion. It's a pretty simple distortion unit. You have preamp, threshold, mix, post. You have the distortion type A and B. I leave it on A when I'm doing dubstep basses because B just doesn't quite fit. So here's what it sounds like now. So you can hear how it's got a little bit more growl. Then I used Blood Overdrive. I turned times 100 on, and I left every other knob the same, and then turn up the preamp so that we have this sound now. So definitely getting to a better, fatter sound now. Fruity chorus, which I left with the default settings. It sounds like this now. Not bad, not bad. Pretty basic bass, but sounds a lot better than, just a sine wave or a single square wave. And now one interesting thing about Fruity Loops is if you turn on the Fruity Flanger, and you go to presets, by clicking this knob, go down to presets, you can go over here to slight detune. Click that, and it does exactly what it says. It'll put a slight detune on whatever sound you're running into it. So now we have this sound. So that's a pretty solid dubstep bass. Some people can't even make a sound quite that good in more powerful synths without starting from a preset. So now you guys will be able to beat them. Let's put it with the drums. Hear how it sounds. So there's our basic dubstep track right there. Next time I'll come back with how to make a high lead sound and a pad, so that you can fill out your sound more, have a better rounded out song. Be sure to check out ausdubstep.net. It's a dubstep community forum. Go check it out. All right, until next time, peace.